play a deck that's got insane board clears? Do you want to play a deck that's got fantastic battlecry value?
Well played.
Do you want to play a deck where your opponent ends up healing you because they've kind of given up?
Thank you.
Do you like to exchange well-played emotes with your opponent because you know there is nothing they can do to win the game and you've got that game in hand and you're ready to win? And do you like dragons? Well, if you like dragons, if you like winning, if you like dominating the board in wild mode, well, this deck is for you. So, here we are. This is Zalae's Dragon Priest. Now, Zalae, who plays for Team Archon, in my opinion, one of the best technical Hearthstone players in the world, bar none. An amazing player who does very well at tournaments. And I was watching his stream, and he was playing this Dragon Priest deck in wild mode. And I decided, well, you know, Zalae's doing pretty well with it. I am nowhere near as good as Zalae, but I thought, you know what, let's give it a try. And the results were fantastic. So I got to rank 7 in standard mode last week, and I got bored with standard mode, and I thought, let's try wild mode. So after watching Zalae's stream, I tried this out. It was a Sunday evening. I was bored. Let's try it out. I did. And I went from rank 18 to, I believe, rank 11 in one evening with lots of win streaks. You know, just a couple of hours of play, that was it. And I was really surprised at how far I got. So let's look at this priest deck. You've got the Northshire Cleric, Power Word Shield, Shadow Word Pain, Valen's Chosen, Dark Cultist, standard priest cards to start you off in your early game. Use the Northshire Cleric to draw cards. You have dragon synergy, so for example Twilight Guardian gets a buff if you have a dragon in hand. Blackwing Corruptor gives you some burst damage if you have a dragon in hand. Chillmore does some AoE on Deathrattle if, you guessed it, if you have a dragon in hand. So there is a lot of dragon synergy in this deck. There is Deathrattle synergy too with Dark Cultist, with Chillmore. And of course Museum Curator, which lets you discover a Deathrattle minion, in which case N'Zoth the Corruptor gets value on his Deathrattle. When he dies, your Deathrattle minions come back, and you've got some board clears, Holy Nova, and Entomb to steal those enemy minions. So let's look at a couple of games in wild mode here, starting off against a Hunter. And as the title suggested there, this match, this game, was all about dominance. Okay, so we've got the Wormrest Agent, which is really, really important here. This card will synergize with my dragon cards, and I'll get a taunt out of it, which is really good. It's essentially a turn 2, 2/4 taunt, 2 attack, 4 health, which is really, really good. I'd like a couple of other cards to play though, so yeah, we're going to probably start off by coining out the Wormrest Agent. Depends on what he does with turn 1. It's a Hunter, so I am wondering, you know, does he have a turn 1 play? Fiery Bat is often a card that you see now. That's a card that came out of the Old Gods expansion. Does he have it here? That's the question. No, he doesn't have it. I may just Cleric then and save the coin. So no Wormrest Agent. Let's put down the Cleric, see if he can deal with it. I'm saving the coin for something more substantial. What does he have? I mean, we're ranked 17, right? So well, this should be an easy game, theoretically.
I wonder.
And he's thinking about it. And I can understand what he's going through, because when I've played Hunter, I've sort of gone through a similar thought process. that cleric is really annoying. How do you deal with it? So that could be a freezing trap, and in his mind, the hunter may be thinking, oh gosh, I can't kill it. I don't have a quick shot in hand, so I may as well just play a trap. Freezing trap, well, return the cleric back to hand. The problem is, it doesn't deal with the cleric. It just goes back to hand. Oh, it's not freezing trap. Okay, so it was bear trap in the end. All right, okay, fair enough. And this is where Worm Restation really gets me value, because presuming that he can't kill the cleric, presuming that he can't fully kill the Worm Restation, I'll get healing value. Next turn. Oh wow, he's just committed a kill command. He's killed it, and he's going face. Wow, he didn't kill the cleric. That's a mistake. Why would you not kill the cleric? Well, rank 17 plays, right? I guess that's what you come up against at rank 17. And you know what? Something I've noticed, compared to my journey on standard mode, on standard, at rank 18, I was playing really good players with full-on decks, and they were really putting up a fight. But when I went through, okay, he's killing it now. When I went through wild mode, between rank 18 and rank 14, I was playing some really bad players. I mean, you're only going to see a selection of games in this video, but I played some really bad players who made some really odd decisions and who didn't have complete decks. So, wild mode in the early ranks seemed a lot easier for me anyway compared to standard mode. I think a lot more people are playing standard mode, and early on in those early ranks, I think people in standard mode are, you know, they're playing fuller collections or better collections of cards. I don't know, that was my experience. You may have had a different one. There's an explosive shot. Interesting. So what is this, some kind of control hunter? I guess it is. Anyway, as a Drake here seems sensible. Or I could Twilight Whelp and just Power Word Shield forever. I mean, I've got 2 Power Word Shields, that's pretty good. But Drake is good for card draw. Hey, and that's really good. Assuming he can't kill the Azadrake with the 3/3 and something else, then I get Blackwing Corruptor value on the next turn, which is really, really good. Yeah, not bad at all. And he's thinking. And he's thinking some more. You see, hunters, when I play hunters, when I play as a hunter, I'm always used to sort of quick plays, fast plays, because your hand often plays itself out, your curve plays itself out. And he's still thinking. Well, I guess that's the hallmark of a good player, right? Thinking. Oh, quick shot. So he's going to kill it. Oh, with a hound. Oh, smart play. He's valuing the board. Unfortunately, I wield the power of Blackwing, and well, there it goes. Goodbye. So now I have the board, and look at what's just happened there. On that one turn, there was a shift in board control. He had the board, now I have the board. That's pretty good. So we're in a reasonably good spot here. Health total, we need to be slightly concerned at this point, not majorly concerned, but hunters can burst you down very quickly, and of course on turn 8, Call of the Wild, the new card that Hunter got from the expansion, the tremendous card. I have to be wary of that. So, second copy of Unleash the Hounds has been used, and it's really important to keep track of that. And there's a Scavenging Hyena, so he's going to get hyena value here. And he's sort of inviting me to trade into his hyena. Now, I could just Holy Nova here and trade. I mean, Holy Nova gets rid of his Knife Juggler. Alternatively, I could just chill more. Although I don't have a dragon in hand, so I don't get the AoE. Do I need the AoE though? Is chill more on his own enough? Interesting here, and a few decisions to make. I could just entomb that hyena, but that's not value, right? So I'm just going to draw a card. Well, I can get a taunt up here. That's interesting, right? I could, so, Power Word Shield again. That's pretty good. I can kill the hyena. And then I could just Holy Nova. Which was sort of my original plan, right? It's what I mentioned right at the beginning. But Power Word Shielding there cycled me through a couple more cards. Ooh, Misha. Oh, sure, whatever. I mean, I'm down now in terms of health to a total where I could start worrying, but he's got no cards in hand. So why should I worry? Why should I worry?
Are you mocking me?
I don't think we can lose this game now. So I think here, Valence is pretty good. There we go. Oh yeah, and there's the heal, sure. Could have healed my face. Could have healed my face, but am I scared? No, not really. Not with a taunt on board. Not with Holy Nova in hand. Another copy of Entomb. Sorry, another copy of Valence chosen in hand. A copy of Entomb, Chillmore, and Museum Curator, which will let me draw another card. Why should I be scared? What do I have to worry about here? I mean, Call of the Wild doesn't kill me. And even if he does Call of the Wild here, he probably can't take down my Blackwing Corruptor. So again, the Hunter is thinking, with one card left in hand, he's clearly taking this game very seriously. Sometimes, yeah, look, why did he need to think about that? He was going to play that, right? Sometimes you just want to play these games as quickly as you can. If you're going to lose, you take the loss, you move on. Right, you move on. Play another game. I can't Holy Nova. That's annoying. So I could just taunt up again. But drawing first is good. I like Shifting Shade. Gets me a card on Death Rattle. And do remember, we do have N'Zoth in this deck. So we can get Death Rattle value, but I don't think it's gonna come to that. I think we're at a point where, well, we're just gonna win without getting all of our Death Rattle minions back to life. And it's not as if I've played many Death Rattle minions in this deck so far on the board. So, okay, what's that card? Oh, Hunter's Mark, sure. Doesn't solve the problem though of the other taunt, and I'm not sure why he hasn't conceded. What's he holding out for here? So look, I've just got another taunt. That's insane. And that is the value of this deck. It's why I think I was able to streak so successfully through the ladder with this deck, because of the taunts. The taunts are so annoying, and if you get them in the opening hand, how does your opponent deal with them unless they've got, you know, spells, hunter's marks? Those taunts, especially the Twilight Guardian, they absorb so many attacks from, you know, aggressive decks. And we're just going to put him out of his misery here. Wow. And there we go. Dominating a hunter, getting a little streak going. Into rank 16. Very nice. Okay, going into this next highlight, titled I Laugh at Your Murlocs. So we're rank 16, and I really like this game, because this game features a Murloc Paladin. Now, what's a Murloc Paladin good at? Flooding the board with Murlocs. Now, I thought I was pretty smart here. Yeah, Twilight Whelp on the board. Double Cleric in hand. Oh, there's going to be some insane healing value. But that's a Murloc. The problem with this Paladin is that it's not the traditional Murloc Paladin. It plays some of the more rubbish Murlocs. I mean, the Puddle Stomper isn't a Murloc that usually gets played in traditional Murloc Paladin, and I don't think that the Tidehunter gets played either. You know, you play the Bluegill Warriors, you play a certain number of Murlocs, such that when you play Anything Can Happen, you get the optimal value, and I don't think these are optimal Murlocs. This looks like a player that maybe didn't have, I don't know, access to all of the Murlocs, or decided that putting every Murloc into his deck was the way forward, including some of the weaker ones, like the Puddle Stomper. Whereas traditional Murloc Paladin plays some Murlocs and then lots of other utility cards like Equality and Consecration and Pyromancer and various other minions like Doomsayer that just, you know, Solemn Vigil that let you control the board early, play Murlocs early, and then bring them all back to life and rush face twice over 2 turns and have lethal. Yeah, I don't feel that this is an optimal Murloc Paladin, and that works to my favour, right? So here, I could Power Word Shield, but actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect that taunt. I'm valuing that taunt here. That taunt's really important because I'm expecting charging Murlocs at some point. Bluegill Warrior, for example, Old Murkai, if he's got it. Divine Favour, though, potentially drawing him... Oh, Finley. Okay, sure. He's going to change that hero power. And in this situation... Oh, he picked the Shaman one. Really? That can't have been the best one. Knowing that I've probably got cards like Holy Nova, I don't understand that pick. Well, maybe he felt it was the best one. I don't know. I mean, the Mage, the Druid, the Hunter hero power, even the Warlock hero power probably be better. Anyway, follow the rules. It's fine. I'll just play Valen's Chosen.
Death to the pretender.
And just laugh at his follow the rules. Look at this card draw. This is insane. This is why I love this deck. And unlike Control Priest, this deck isn't slow. You know, it's quite mid-rangey because you do pack a lot of aggression into the early turns, you know, with your dragons that you play early, your Twilight Whelps, followed into your Worm Rest agents. You pack a lot of early aggression and you trade on the board, go face, trade, go face. Before you know it, it's over. And there's Equality, Consecration. Okay. Just play more stuff. That's the benefit of having that insane card draw at the beginning. I'm able to now put more stuff on the board, and a 3/6 taunt is quite difficult. And there's a Murloc Knight. And again, I don't believe that that gets played in traditional Murloc Paladins. So anyway, we're just going to get rid of it. We can't leave that on the board. So Shadow Word Pain there finds the perfect target. I mean, honestly, in a Murloc Paladin deck that plays that 3/4 Murloc Knight, there isn't a better target for Shadow Word Pain. Oh, he plays another one. There's a second Murloc Knight. Oh, great. Sure. Well, I can deal with it, right? I have Valence Chosen. I have Entomb. I may just want to entomb it. I mean, entombing it just lets me focus now on clearing the other two minions, or the one minion and the totem. And we are just controlling this board. And you look at my hand, there's Ysera, there's N'Zoth, there's... There's solutions, I guess, for this board. Yeah, prepare yourself, says Edric. I don't know how much that did for him there. It put the attack power to 1, okay. But my minions do contest his Murlocs, right? Even with 1 attack. That's the problem with playing Murloc Tidehunter. It isn't very good in a situation like this. Or a situation where I've got Holy Nova.
My fate is sealed.
I mean, maybe I'm not playing this entirely correctly, but... this is fine. This is fine. How can I go wrong from here? Maybe I could have been a little bit more efficient with my trades and my healing. I don't know. I don't know. But whatever. I mean, honestly, this is fine. I mean, we just... we can taunt up or draw a card. I like the shade here. Shifting Shade's good. Shadow Word, Death. And we clear. We are not leaving a War Leader on board. So, commanding board presence. We've seen Equality Consecration. Oh, there's anything can happen. And that's rubbish. That is absolutely rubbish. Why? Where are the Bluegill Warriors? I mean, you at least want the Bluegill Warriors out. And he played a War Leader earlier, and it isn't on the board. That's why you don't play Murloc Tidehunter in this deck, because it brings back 2 Murlocs. And in this situation, it's meant that the War Leader, well, there was no space on the board for it to be resurrected. He's misplayed with his card choices here. And he's paying for it now. He has no charging Murlocs. He has no War Leader that buffs the other Murlocs. And I'm just going to pick apart this board at my leisure. As if to say, what are you going to do? Put your faith in the light. And there's Tyrion. What's he going to do? Seriously, what's he going to do?
Who am I? None of your
business. Oh. Challenger 2? So what is this? This is Murloc Secrets Paladin. I can sort of see what he was going for, but I don't know if that combination actually works. I think you just do one or the other, Secrets Paladin or Murloc Paladin, and play other cards to support either deck type. I don't get it, but anyway, I guess this is the kind of thing that you face at rank 16 in wild mode, whereas on standard mode at rank 16 I think you're still facing very polished decks and very polished players. So am I concluding from this little experiment on wild mode, this is my first go at ranking up on wild mode, am I concluding from this experiment that wild mode is easier than standard? I think I am. I think I am concluding that. So anyway.
Welcome to the exhibit.
Let's just draw. I should have drawn first. Whatever. Sneeds will do. Don't think that this game can be lost now. We are doing damage to his face. Eye for an eye! Oh my god! Who plays that card? Oh, I feel so sorry for this this paladin. Played eye for an eye. Hey, he got me for 5, right? He got me for 5. The fact that I got to play Tyrion in this game, well, that's just icing on the cake, right? And there's Murkai. Oh dear. I'm just gonna play N'Zoth for the hell of it. Just bring Tyrion back to life, as you do, casually. Oh, bless him, he says thank you. Sure. Oh, that was fun. So we dominated a hunter, dominated a paladin here, and the streak continues. There we go. Okay, going to this next game, Stealing from Warriors. Now, this was a very long game. I'm at rank 13 here, so this was like a, half an hour later, did a couple more games, Sunday night, got to rank 13, and I'm going up against this warrior, and I stole, well, I say stole, I got Gorehowl. Yeah, Gorehowl. Just incredible, right? Such a good feeling. Oh, and I've got Nefarian too. I stole Nefarian from him, I entombed it. Oh, by the light. So in the last game, I got, what was it, Tyrion, who gave me the Ashbringer. In this game, I've got Gorehowl. Oh yeah, and I entombed his Gromash as well. So I stole Nefarian, I stole Gromash. Entomb is such a good card. Double Entomb is even just insane. And look, there's our good friend. It's Dr. Boom. Welcome to Wild Mode, where Dr. Boom still reigns supreme, along with Mysterious Challenger. But hey, this is a warrior, so he can't play Challenger.
Taste my blade.
How do I want to do this? I could Blackwing Corruptor. But I've got 2 Corruptors, so let's get rid of a bomb first. That's okay. So the next play is we get rid of that bomb. Oh, I was hoping it would go on the Gromash. Okay. So we just finish him off like that. And we have a Grom on the board, we have a Corruptor on the board. Well, what's he gonna do? Now, as I said to you, this was a very long game, so we were joining this clip here, we're joining it halfway through, or just over halfway through actually. I mean, that's the problem with warrior versus priest games. They go on forever. Gromash bites the dust, but hey, I still won the brawl. And look at the threats. Look at the threats in my hand still. I have Nefarian. We've seen 1 copy of Brawl. I think there may be another one left. I can't quite remember. We're down to a couple of cards each now, so we're heading to Fatigue. Oh, put himself closer to Fatigue, sure. I'm happy with that. I mean, armor doesn't mean anything much here. Just gonna keep hammering his face. And there's N'Zoth. That's good. I'm not committing any more to the board.
Out of cards.
There is absolutely no need. If he clears these minions, I'll play Chillmore. And then eventually, I'll play Nefarian and then eventually N'Zoth to get the Deathrattle synergy going. Ragnaros. Now I've used both Entombs. And I think I've used, by this point of the game, I think I'd used Shadow Word Death. So I'm not sure here if... yeah, we're out of cards. So I could kill the Ragnaros here. I can do it. Need to tank some damage with Gorehowl. Or I could use the minions on board with Holy Nova. But do I want to do that? Do I want to give up my board just for Rag? Or do I just go face? You know, there is something to be said for going face. Because Ragnaros will hit one target. And we are going to fatigue. Well, he will be going to fatigue very shortly. So if I can keep my health total up. He's out of cards. His health total's very low. I have a board of minions here, one of which could die. Well, he's targeting that. Right, back to work. Wow, big game hunter. Oh wow, okay, now this, I wonder, well, is this a problem? Die insect kills one minion. I'm fatiguing now, but I don't care. I have Holy Nova, and there's a big game hunter. Yeah, that's gonna die. Cruel Taskmaster. Gonna die. I was happy to take the fatigue there because look at what I've just done. I put him to one, fatigue for one, and it's over. Wow, that was an incredible lethal there. And it's another streak. And this victory pushed us into rank 12. Wow. Not bad at all. Going to fatigue with a warrior. Okay, this next game, joined in progress once again. I call it Comeback of the Century. Lore Walker Cho, wow. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to win this game. This is Raptor Rogue in Wild Mode, who has just brought back a disgusting board. Look at that board. How do I deal with it? So I'm thinking Chillmore. Unfortunately, without the dragon, and because I don't have a dragon in hand, I don't get the death rattle. And I was really scared here because I was thinking, gosh, you know, if I don't get that death rattle off, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Because he's still going to have a lot of damage on board. Right. And he's thinking of the best ways to clear Chillmore. He's going to get the coin here. But Lore Walker Cho is on board, so I guess spells can't be cast unless he wants to give me spells, or unless he has lethal.
Hey, you want to buy a funnel cake?
Okay. So, looks bad, right? Looks really bad. And there's a Holy Nova. And decisions. What do I do here? N'Zoth. I need N'Zoth for the taunt, for Chillmore. And there's Chillmore. By now, he's probably figured out, yeah, it's very unlikely that there's a dragon in hand. So he's going to kill Chillmore there. However, his health total is reasonably low. Going face here may not be the best thing for him. I mean, he still needs to clear my board. If he can't kill me this turn, he needs to clear my board, or as much of it as he can, to a point where he doesn't feel threatened. Well, he's just drawn a card. That's pretty good for him. And there's the Antique Heal Bot. That's a card that's been eliminated from Standard. And it's an annoying card because when you think you've got lethal, it puts your opponent out of range. So how do we come back? Mistakes were made. Yes, they probably were. I mean, this is not an easy game when you've got so many variables on board. I've got 3 Dark Cultists on that board. So I'm actually going to clear Lore Walker there because I'm going to Holy Nova. And I don't want to give him a Holy Nova, right? That could be the thing that kills me. So that's good. That dies to Holy Nova. And look at this. If I put Valen's Chosen here on a minion, I can Holy Nova for 3 and clear the board. And I heal my face. Sure. Yeah, it's pretty good, right? And there's Dr. Boom. Deadly poison. Going face. Yep. Basically, those dark cultists are really annoying because when they die, well, they'll give health to another minion on board, and that's really annoying. So, notice here though, there is no dragon in hand, and therefore I don't get Wormrest value, I don't get Blackwing Corruptor value. That's really sad. That's really, really sad. And this is where the deck can sometimes fall short. You have these cards in hand, but you've got nothing to synergize them with. And that can be pretty annoying.
My fate is sealed.
I need to think about how I'm going to do this. So start by getting the health buff on something.
My fate is sealed.
And we'll do it one more time. That's pretty good. I can kill both bombs. Don't go face. Oh dear. I'm going to put Bram down to tank some damage. Don't go face. Oh, okay. Oh dear. Bram's just been eliminated. But now I'm just going for board presence. 3 minions on board. I've healed my face up as best as I can. It's a rogue. Oh, he's searching.
Almost out of cards.
He's searching for lethal, but he's almost out of cards. Does he have lethal? Leroy Jenkins? Nope. Shadow form. Wow. Undercity Huckster gave him shadow form, and he's going to try and burst me down. Incredible. That does nothing. So the best I can do is heal my face.
I'm out of cards.
And he's out of cards. Does he have lethal here? It's make or break.
Well played.
2 damage to my face. Puts me down to 4. Does he have 4 damage? Eviscerate. He may have used those cards earlier, I forget. He's thinking that's going to save him. Well, it's not. Shadow Word Pain arrived in a very timely manner.
My fate is sealed.
And that's it. Pretty much that's it, right? Wow. What a game. Another bonus streak through rank 12, taking the rogue into fatigue to the limit. Okay, this next little clip, this is our final clip, and it's entitled Zoolocks Cannot Deal with Taunts. This is a perfect clip to end the video with because it's a full game against a Zoolock, and it's for rank 11. That's what we're fighting for here. This is where I ended my Sunday evening. I was rank 18, and I went all the way up over a couple of hours into rank 11 with these win streaks, and it was so satisfying. It really was. And, you know, this deck does take a bit of skill to play. It's not a mindless deck. People accuse, I don't know, you know, Secrets Paladin and Aggro Shaman and Face Hunter. Those decks have been accused in the past of being, you know, mindless decks, whereas Priest needs thought. I mean, Dragon Priest doesn't need as much thought as Control Priest, but there's still some thought required. And this is Zoolock. As you can see in the Rubian Egg. I could just push Valen's Chosen here. But do I want to reveal it? I think if you're using Valen's, it needs to be a proactive play. In other words, don't reveal it for the sake of revealing it. Reveal it and do something with it in terms of board trading. Therefore, Valen's gets value because you've used it to kill something, and then if your opponent kills your Valen's minion the following turn, it doesn't matter. At least it got value. I mean, this is interesting. I've got 2 in hand though, 2 Valen's Chosens in hand. Maybe using one of them here is the right way forward. So this accomplishes something, right? Valen's Chosen killing his Imp Gang boss in 1 hit. It accomplished something. That is a proactive play. That's a good use of Valence. And I must once again thank Zalae from Team Archon for this deck. I did tweet him the other day saying how happy this deck had made me, streaking through that Sunday evening. An Implosion, that's the card that is no longer in standard mode, and you know, it's okay because I've got Holy Nova. So Holy Nova deals with Implosion. The problem though is Nerubian Egg. How do I deal with the egg? Now, whatever happens here, by the way, I'm going to draw cards because of the injured minions on board and the Northshire Cleric. So that's really good. The question is, how do I do this? Well, this is a good way of doing it. Probably more than one way of doing it, but I'm drawing first. 2 cards, sure.
Right away.
And the Cleric, hey, she's done her job, right? She drew me cards. Who needs her now? She can go. So I was happy to sacrifice the Cleric there. I've still got 2 reasonable minions on board, and if need be, I have Chillmore, I have another Taunt in the Twilight Guardian.
I have no time for games.
Ooh, Sylvanas, she has no time for games. Well then, that's interesting. A Zooey kind of deck playing the Sylvanas. Well, okay. Well, maybe it's not ZOOLOCK. Maybe it's some other kind of Warlock.
You think this is funny?
And I'm not going to give him any value on that Sylvanas. Double trade. Refill the board. Twilight Guardian, Twilight Whelp, sure. Valen's Chosen in hand, ready to buff one of those minions next turn. I'd say this is a pretty good spot to be in.
Why do you call
Oh, there's the Voidwalker.
The light protects me.
Squire, okay.
my shield for Argus?
And Argus. Ooh. Things just got interesting. Anywho, I can deal with... Well, this is annoying, isn't it? The Divine Shield on the Argent Squire makes this super duper awkward. But I'm just going to deal with it as best as I can. I mean, maybe I should have Power Word shielded first, so maybe that was a misplay on my part. But no, that wouldn't have changed anything. I mean, Entomb can't... We're not entombing either of those minions. So yeah, slight misplay from me. I should have shielded first and then done the trades, but okay, whatever. I still think that, you know, with the way this game has been played so far, with the way it's looking now, I'd say that I'm favoured here. I mean, tapping is interesting. It's telling me those other cards in his hand may not have been entirely playable, maybe. Knife Juggler, Hero was thinking he'd have another copy of Implosion, but obviously not. He is really thinking this through, and I don't blame him. I mean, it's not... Oh, that was good. I was going to say it wasn't an easy turn, but his Knife Juggler going to work there on my board. And there's N'Zoth. I mean, do I just draw a card here? I'm not in any danger of dying. I'm at 30 health. That's really significant. N'Zoth does something here. Look at all those stats on the Twilight Guardian. Insane. I just keep I like just looking at it constantly. Just want to keep looking at it. It's you know, so much investment in stats and buffs. Which is why you're sad when, you know, these buffed up minions die, because you've put a lot into them, right? Direwolf Alpha versus the Knife Juggler here. I think we're just going to kill the Direwolf. And then we could consider entombing the Juggler, just to protect our board. You see, this play means that he's going to struggle to get through my Guardian. And if this is a Zoolock, we played Sylvanas, if this is a Zoolock, how many other entombed targets are there? Wow! This Warlock's playing Justicar. Is this what wild mode is all about now? Experimentation? I don't get it, but I'm not complaining, because Blackwing Corruptor, well, eliminates his minion, and now I'm just gonna trade. Go face. And I'm at 30 health. So the question is, can we end this game on 30 health? I've never seen Justicar played on a Warlock before, and bizarrely that hero power now is hilarious, right? It draws him a card, but doesn't take away his health. I love that. I've never seen it before. Well played. Yep. There is lethal coming his way. Oh, he's given up. Oh, he didn't let me play N'Zoth. Oh, I get the sound effect though. And there's the streak into 11. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, Zalae's Dragon Priest for Wild Mode. My first experience of Wild Mode. I know there aren't many people playing Wild Mode, and a lot of you watching this video may not have played Wild Mode yet. Maybe a lot of you, I think, if I assume correctly, are playing Standard Mode. So you may want to consider giving Wild Mode a go though, because as I say, I don't think as many people are playing it, and on that basis, if you're a good player, I think you can take advantage of the meta in Wild Mode and really rank up quite quickly. But yeah, this is a fun deck to play from Zalae. It's got the dragons, you know, it's got the synergies between the dragons, which is so important. A couple of things that we didn't necessarily discuss much of at the start of the video when we were looking at this deck was Museum Curator. Curator tends to give you some really high quality cards. You know, I've had Sylvanas from it, I've had another copy of Chillmore from it when playing this deck, and you know, they see one Chillmore and think, ah yeah, she'll get rid of it, and then it does the AoE, they load up their board, and I just play a second copy of Chillmore, the one that was actually in my deck. Oh, that clears the board. Oh, great. What do we do now? Oh, let's load the board up one final time. Then I play N'Zoth, and a third Chillmore and a fourth Chillmore come out because they're brought back to life. That's insane. I've had that, and it's such a great feeling. So Dragon Synergy everywhere in this deck. Blackwing Corrupt is so good. Brown Bronzebeard, Blackwing Corruptor combo, that's something we didn't really discuss either. Brown Bronzebeard as a Drake double card draw. We didn't discuss that earlier, and I've had that happen, and that's so good too. Holy Nova, board clears and tomb, steal things. I love stealing things. So all in all, this is a very well-rounded deck, and it is all thanks to Zalae. Please check out Zalae's stream. As I said at the beginning of the video, he is one of the best players in the world in terms of incredible technical ability. Check his stream out. Okay, he plays for Team Archon. I've learned a lot watching him play, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope this video has helped you, and maybe, just maybe, it'll convince you to play a few games on Wild Mode. And I'll see you all again very soon. Please check out my YouTube channel for other videos, for arena videos, as well as ladder videos. A new season is starting, and I'll catch you guys later.